Oh, hi. Haven't made a video in a long time, but had a fairly interesting discussion. Woo. Oh, beg your pardon. On the way home, we just, me and Simone just came from a like a church family get-together thing at the some fish and chip restaurant, eating and talking and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that we were talking about over dinner was the kind of firearm that I was going to get when my license comes through. And that kind of continued on into the trip home, which turned into a near yelling match because I said that I want semi-autos to be available in Australia to everybody. You know, if you can own a you know, a firearm, if you've proven that you're, you know, a responsible person and you've done what you needed to do to get a firearm, whatever that might be, then why not semi-autos? I think that everybody that will be watching this video will understand kind of how hyped up the whole black rifle thing is. But so these were a couple of things that were put to me in regard to that whole discussion. One was, sorry, and if I get distracted it's because I'm playing Fortnite at the same time. It's a really bad idea. I probably should have just concentrated on making this video, but anyway, here we are. One of the things was that if we allow semi-autos for everybody that holds a license, then criminals will get them and then more people will die. Which, look, I can understand how you kind of might think that, I don't know, more guns equals more gun deaths, but the evidence doesn't really kind of bear that out. And in some places in the States it's, you know, shown that the having arms has been able to be, you know, a deterrent to crime in some places. Yeah, this is not going to work. I can't play this game and talk at the same time. I'm going to get shot. Fortnite's probably not the best game to play while trying to make my argument about sensible gun ownership, but there you go. Oh, I'm probably going to be dead soon anyway. Actually, let's just pause this and get out of here. So, leave match. Yes, leave to lobby. I don't know. I guess it makes sense, but then I guess I can understand how they think it makes sense, but it's just not the case. She also said to me about how, you know, kind of like if gun laws were relaxed, then, you know, criminals could get their hands on them and blah blah blah. I kind of wasn't really talking about gun laws being relaxed. What I was saying was that, well, relaxed in the sense that you could get semis again, you know, normally, and that handguns, both revolvers and pistols, will be available again normally, you know. In Australia you have to have a special, I don't know, dispensation on your license, category H, that says that you're a pistol shooter for sport, but not only that, you have to compete in a certain amount of competitions in a year to retain that license, and it's only the license that allows you to hold your firearms. So I don't know anybody that has an age, but I'm assuming that unless you keep up those requirements, then I don't know, somebody comes and takes your handguns. I don't know. But the point of it was that I guess she couldn't get past the fact that having semi-automatics was going to automatically result in gun deaths. But then the last point that I tried to make was that, look, do you know, well, I asked her, do you know who's going to buy revolvers, pistols and semi-automatic rifles? You know who's going to have these if they became more readily available? And she's like, yeah, criminals. I was like, criminals can get those now. Criminals aren't waiting for the gun laws to change so they can buy guns, because criminals don't buy anything. Like, that's the whole point of being a criminal, is you do what you want regardless of the law. The people that would be buying these weapons are gun owners. You know, the gun owners in Australia that prove themselves day after day, year in, year out, to be responsible, law-abiding citizens. So I think I'm really making this for the people that are out there, you know, the gun channel community, or you guys that I watch all your videos. As I've said to teach a couple of times, living vicariously through your gun cleaning videos and stuff like that. Because this is a kind of a situation where I'm in a minority, and it's a very distinct minority in my family and in my circle of friends. One of my other sisters over Instagram the other day tried to say that the teachers that were in the Florida shooting, like, you know, of course they shouldn't have had guns because more people would have died. And it's like, well, are you basically saying then that basically just hands up and wait to get shot? Like, some people have their ideas and my ideas just don't mesh. And, you know, like someone was just saying to me, you know, I know that you've read a lot of things and you've, you know, researched this stuff and whatnot, but she was saying that I come off as arrogant. Maybe that's true, but I mean, I'm not trying to be arrogant. It galls me a little bit when people make these statements like, if A then B, and then it must be true. But I mean, I love her, and I love my other sister Samantha. I love all my family and friends. I just don't understand the opposition. I really don't. I guess really the hardest thing is that when people are shooting down your argument and stuff, it's hard not to take that personally. Like when people talk about, well, if we had a Mini 14, you know, people would die. Children would die. How would you feel it if your nieces and nephews got killed? I was like, well, terrible, obviously. But am I gonna blame the rifle, or am I gonna blame some sick, crazy person who killed my family? I hate to go back to the, you know, banning cars and restricting cars, but I mean, sick individuals are gonna use whatever they can get their hands on, and that's not in my opinion an excuse to restrict firearms. Yeah. Oh, the other thing she said in Gun Channels, guys, you're gonna love this. She said that she believes that nobody should have the right to keep their firearms in their house, and that if you were going to shoot for sport, then your firearms should be kept at the place where you shoot, and that's where they should be locked up, and that's where you should maintain them, and blah 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 blah. And so there's no way that would fly in the States, because obviously your firearms are first and foremost for your own personal protection and the protection of your family. But even in Australia, like, well, let me pay for this thing and then store it somewhere else because my government doesn't trust me not to kill myself and other people with it. That's just... I said to her, would you buy a car and then park it at a car park down the street away from your house, and then every morning walk to your car to use it to go to work, come home, park it at a car park, and then walk all the way home? And said, of course not. I said, well, why is it okay for it to be dictated to people that they don't keep their property in their homes? And I don't know. But anyway, that's the fun that I've been having today. Just to catch up, to let you know that yes, indeed, the struggle is real. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not even gonna do it edit or anything. This is just going up because I'm tired. But I will try and make more content. I don't really foresee anything that interesting coming up that I would put out, but I do plan on paying for my license soon. If you don't know, as a job I work as a receptionist, and I really don't make a lot of money, and so the whole bit by bit getting my firearms license thing has been a pretty slow process, but I'm determined, and you know, we'll get there. Yeah, but anyway, God bless, look after each other, and hope to see you again soon. Peace.